The Ash Williams Show, proudly supported by Aprire.
Yes, and welcome back to the Ash Williams Show. My name is Ash Williams, and I am fired up. How the fuck are you on the electric guitar today? Cosima DeVito, of course. She's transitioned into electric guitar. Of course, we know the nodes on the vocal cords stopped her from becoming a superstar. We'll get to that shortly. And on the keyboard, it's Mark Holden dressed as a clown. Quite something to watch. Quite something to enjoy. Shout out to you, Mark. Let's jump into Cosima. Of course, that was the big question last week. Would Cosima have won Australian Idol if she didn't pull out? Right? Let's go to the footage. I've done some work on this this week. I downloaded something. Let's go to the footage.
I'd like to thank all my supporters and the Australian public for believing in me. I've been extremely humbled by the support that you have shown me. Unfortunately, I have a temporary condition that's affecting my voice. It's forced me to make the decision to leave the competition. Australia, watch this space because I'll be back.
So Cosima says she'll be back. That was in 2003. It's only been 17 years. I guess she will be back soon. Looking forward to the comeback. But I think I know what happened to Cosima and why her throat was compromised. I reckon Novak Djokovic was involved. They say that time is a constant. Maybe this has happened in 2020, but it's affected Cosima in 2003. Novak Djokovic is the reason why Cosima had to pull out. Hit her straight in the throat, and that's why Guy Sebastian's where he is. Or you could also argue that Cosima thought she was going to lose. You know, she was coming up against two big superstars in Sebastian and Noel, the big two. And maybe she just thought, fuck it, I'm not going to win. She did a Marie-José Pérec. Did you watch the Kathy Freeman documentary? The argument is that Marie-José Pérec didn't think she was going to win, so she pulled out. Maybe that's what Cosima did. By the way, I'd pronounce it Marie-José. Did you watch the Kathy Freeman doco on ABC on Monday night? Marie-José Pérec's boyfriend, you don't fuck with him. You don't fuck with him, or he whacked a cameraman King hit a cameraman in the back of the head. This is before coward punches. He was ahead of his time. You wouldn't really call it a coward punch, though, to be fair. Fucking hell, I'd love to see the footage of that. I love it when people chase cameramen. The best footage is Dimir Dokic with the Today Tonight cameraman, and they were filming Yelena and Demir chased the cameraman, took his camera, and then there's footage of the second camera saying, Demir, can you give us back our camera? Incredible footage. That's Demir at his best when he's not selling Daihatsus. Let's get on with the show. We've got some texts regarding last week. Got a big fucking show. Lots happened this week. It's from Kyle. Fucking hell, Ash. You were extra fired up on last week's pod. Love it, mate. Great ep. Fire emoji. Thank you, Kyle. Got another text here. Hey, Ash, according to dictionary.com, the term lit is based on the past tense of the verb light. Lit, as a slang term, has been part of the English language since the 1910s. It first meant intoxicated, perhaps because one's appearance or behaviour was perceived as lit or lighted up when they were under the influence. Cheers, Dave. Oh my God, so lit has been around since the 1910s? Are you fucking kidding me? Like who's someone in the 1910s? Hemingway? Hang on, here's something we're doing. Who was on I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here in 1910? Celebrities in 1910. Now we're on to something. Biggest stars of 1910s. Here we go. Charlie Chaplin. So was Charlie Chaplin walking around saying, I'm going to get lit? I'm going to get fucking lit? Fatty Arbuckle. There's a name. Fatty Arbuckle. Big star of the 1910s. Cecil B. DeMille. Says, who's he again? Jesus Christ, this is a rabbit hole. I think I found my, topic if I ever go on Mastermind. Yeah, celebrities of the 1910s. Yeah, thanks, Peter Burner. Shut the fuck up. Here's a little, I think I told you this. My brother, Xavier, has the highest ever score for Mastermind in the history of the ABC production. And his specialty subject was The Doors. Look it up. Or don't. Let's get on with the show. What have I got for you? So, I got sent some beers about 3 months ago. And I haven't drunk them, but I left the slab out the back. I've got to talk quietly because it involves the adjacent business. And I had a look at the slab of beers last week, and there's only 4 left. So someone's drunk 20 beers. So I thought it was my mate, the explorer who works in this office. And I said, hey, mate, you're a bit thirsty, huh? And he goes, come again? I said, you drank 20 beers, you pig. And he goes, wasn't me. I said, wasn't you? Then who was it? And it can only be Next Door. And Next Door are a property company, but they also have a relationship with Jimmy Brings, because Jimmy Brings is next door and they come in and use their toilet, right? So what I think is that the guy from Jimmy Brings has been coming in and taking my beer. Yeah? It's a new business called Jimmy Takes. Oh, yeah. It's an early one. So what I'm going to do is set up a camera. Okay, I'm going to put these beers in a very conspicuous place and we'll see who's taking the beers. And the last 4 beers, because it's like a mixed bag, they're delicious beers. You got Stone and Wood, you got the Newtowner. They're the best of the best beers, basically. A beer you can't resist stealing. So I'm going to put them out, and then like cheese to a mouse, we will catch them in the bear trap. And then I'll play the footage. And then I'll say, did you take the beers? And then they say no. And then I say, bullshit, check out the footage. Like Roger Rogerson. And they say, hey, Roger, did you kill that dude, Jamie Gow? Nah. Mate, we've got footage of you in the garages there. Check this out. Oh, yeah. Speaking of beer, right? Hey, by the way, I watched that Roger Rogerson thing on Wednesday night. They would have got away with killing poor Jamie Gow if they bloody weighed down the body. If you're going to fucking throw someone into the sea, chuck some weights on it. Chuck a few fucking 2.5 pounders on it. I mean, Jesus Christ. Maybe more than that. Actually, he'd float on 2.5. Get your big boys. Get I don't know. I don't know how many people who listen to this are planning a murder, but I don't know. Get probably the 20 kilos each side, 40 kilos. That should weigh it down. Anyway, let's get back to the beer talk. So I got sent another slab. I get sent all these slabs of beer. And people want me to post about them for free. And I'm like, fuck off. It costs money. And I got sent this Cooper's beer. And actually, to be fair, they paid. And it wasn't the best. I'll be honest, it wasn't the best beer. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to give it to my landlord, who is always around the bins. You know that bloke? So he's doing the recycling. And I said, hey, you want some beer? And he goes, what, for free? I said, yeah, you're one of my friends. He's not. 6-pack for you on the house. And he said, oh, well, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Sorry, I've been giving you a hard time about, all the recycling. I said, it's all good. Let's fucking call it even. Enjoy the beers. And then I see him about a week later, and I said, how are the beers? And he goes, oh, they were disgusting. And I go, what? And he goes, yeah, they tasted like cat piss. That's a quote. And I go, oh, okay, man. Well, I just thought I'd give them to you like kind of like a gift. But look, I appreciate the honesty. And he goes, yeah, no, I'd never buy them. Truly, truly disgusting. And I know I get the point. And I said, well, I'm sorry. I'll try and get you another beer next time. And he said, no, I mean, don't worry. I drank them, but I didn't enjoy them. And I said, I get the point. I get it. Yeah, this guy's like 80 and he's just like swinging for the bleachers until he hits death's door. He just doesn't give a fuck, which I like. You're going to get the truth from him. Actually, you're probably never going to get a positive thing from him. It was the most beautiful day the other day in Bondi, and it was like 10 a.m. And I said, beautiful day. And he goes, yeah, but geez, it was cold this morning. That's just the type of guy he is. But shout out to him. He's a bit of fun. Boom. Black market this week. If you don't know things I probably shouldn't say in public, I say on the black market on Patreon because it's behind the firewall. And they come out every Tuesday. Let's get a tease of this week's ep. I want to talk about the most superfluous TV host on TV today. And of course, Patreon this week, I finally uploaded the leaf blower sketch. Now, I've been teasing this for a long time because I didn't want to share it with anyone because it's not a good illustration of my talents. It's from 10 years ago, and I did this sketch on Adam Hills Tonight, and it's bad. I've got to tell you, it's bad. So that's why it's on Patreon. It's truly remarkable that it made it to air. It's remarkable. So if you want a masterclass on how not to do prop comedy, then that is on Patreon. You know, it's funny. And one thing I remember is that Hannah Gadsby, this is pre-Hannah Gadsby fame, Gadsby was at the sidebar and she was not impressed with the prop sketch. Not impressed. So if you want to see an unimpressed Hannah Gadsby, go to patreon.com/AshWilliamShow. We've also got the audition. If you listen to Team Effort, the audition from Glitch will be up on Patreon too. And I've got a fun thing I'm doing with that. So there will be a Glitch presentation if you like the ABC show Glitch. Now, you may remember I'm trying to sell my BMW. I want to read something to you and tell me whether you think this is a scam. I put it on car sales for $4,000, right? And I got a message. Oh, Brian was his name. Brian. That's right. Brian Archibald. It sounds pretty sus, doesn't it? Brian Archibald emailed me and said, hey. Didn't even say hey. Sorry, that makes him sound too normal. Brian Archibald writes, where is it located at the moment? What's your final price? I'm cool with the condition. I'm a fly-in, fly-out miner, and we are presently in a remote area. We do not have access to a phone at the moment, and that's why I'm contacting you via an internet messaging facility, and I can pay you via PayPal. I have contacted my courier who will come and pick it up and drive the car to Darwin. And I'm thinking in my head, like, the car's not going to make it to Darwin, dude. And then it says, I await your reply. So I've written back going, hey, Brian, car's in Bondi, $3,000 for you. Here's my PayPal account details. info@ashwilliams, right? That's all you need. And Brian writes back, can I trust you? ? I'm happy to proceed by transferring the amount as agreed, but can you assure me I will not be disappointed? I'm having a little problem with the freighting arrangement. The freighters said I will need to pay the freighting fees before they can schedule the pickup. They charge $1,700 for pickup and delivery. But the problem is they only accept transfer wires as a form of payment, which is sent to their branch office in Dubai. By the way, red alert. When I saw Dubai, red alert. I am away and do not have access to transfer wires. I tried to pay online, but you need a credit card, and I didn't bring my credit card. Can you make the transfer to transfer wires? if you pay the $1,700 to TransferWise, I will add the $1,700 to the $3,000. But I will pay you first. Okay, that's interesting. But I will pay you first. As soon as I've made the payment, you can help me transfer the $1,700 to TransferWise. You are not obliged to help me. But I will indeed appreciate your help as I am a little incapacitated here. So what do you think I should do? Should I take Brian up? Do you think it's a scam? It could be a good deal. It could be a wonderful deal. And I do want to help Brian out because he is a little incapacitated here. And, of course, you leave your credit card at home. It doesn't sound sus at all. So, look, let me know whether you think I should get involved with Brian and his Dubai to Darwin deal. Oh, how's this? So, I've been getting lots of messages from my mates who want, like, videos for their kids and their wives for their birthday. Because in Victoria, they're in lockdown, so they can't get many things. But I got one from my mate who wanted a video for his wife's birthday. I don't speak to his wife. I never speak to her. I've probably spoken to her once in a year. I'm not doing a video message for his wife's birthday. It just doesn't feel right. So what I did do is I sent through my Cameo rates and just gave him a friend discount. I had to do one for a baby the other day. My mate is like, can you send a video for my 1-year-old? This is a fucking true story. Oh, so obviously they've seen someone do it and they thought, that's cool. Sending a video message to a 1-year-old that you've never met. I mean, and they said, just do about a minute. Do a minute? A minute? I did like 30 seconds. I said, happy birthday. And I said, you're one, and I've never met you. I've never met you. You're going to watch this. You're not going to know who I am because I'll probably never meet you, but happy birthday. Now we've got a live read, mymarriage.com.au. If you're in Melbourne especially and you want to get married without the fuss, maybe you're in lockdown and you met someone online or you think, fuck it, life's short, let's get married. Go to mymarriage.com.au. If you're ever thinking about getting married online, this is where you do it. Go to mymarriage.com.au. I mean, they've even got a vegan grazing board option. You know, I would do this. Because in Victoria, you may never get out of lockdown. And you don't want to die. Put it this way. Don't wait for tomorrow. You don't know what tomorrow will bring. Get married so that it's done. Yeah, so that if you do die tomorrow, at least you know you've married at least maybe the person you love or it's someone. Your life stands for something, you know. It always does sound better if you do die and they go, and he's leaving behind his wife and 2 kids. Whereas if they die, and it's like, he's leaving behind nothing. He's leaving behind his Tinder account. And while we're on the live reads too, Apura sweatbands, yeah? Guys, I just jumped on their website. They're still doing Apura sweatbands and, of course, Apura face masks. I'm assuming they're going to do more than that moving forward, or they're just going to make their millions off sweatbands. But I'm wearing mine now on YouTube. If you're watching on YouTube, I tell you what, if you like a tight sweatband, you can't go past Apura sweatbands. Apura. Did you hear the ad at the start of this podcast? Apura. I love how the lady says it. Do you think it's a bot? It sounds a bit like a bot. It could be a real person. It could be Marie Jose Perec. You know, she's transitioned into fucking doing voiceovers for podcasts. Speaking of voiceovers for pods, we're doing a new thing on Patreon. This is spawned by Richard, not Dickie Wilkins, just a Richard Patreon member. And he wanted an MP3 ringtone for his phone of the introduction, this. So your phone will go and it will be this. And what I'm going to do for anyone who joins Patreon is I'm going to personalize ringtones. So like when Richard's phone goes, it'll be like, Richard, you big dick. Answer the phone, bro. Yeah, man. You might want to get it. Could be your dad or your mum or a debt collector. Maybe don't answer the debt collector, but you might want to answer it really soon because it's about to go to Message Bank. In 3, 2, 1. Beep. Hey, you've called Richard. That's how it works. So, yeah, if you want that, patreon.com/Ash Williams Show. I'll probably just send that to Richard. That's the one I'm going to send him. Let's get some text on the hotline, 0406 284 954. I'm getting a bit sweaty. Let's wipe that sweat with Aprira. Hey, Ash, if you're tight on cash, but you need to sanitize your hands, I found you can just walk into retail stores, have a quick hand sani, and then leave. Hope you're well. You're like a wombat who eats roots and leaves. You're a hand sani. No, it doesn't quite work. Unless you're eating in the soup. Anyway, whatever. Another text. A question for the brotherly love interview. Has Ash ever made reparations for the brown denim? I'll be getting to that. My brother on the Patreon podcast this weekend. Send in your questions for my brother. The text. You're bloody joking. I have waited 4 years for that answer, and it's so fucking worth it. What's this? Oh, so this is someone who's just joined Patreon, and they just found out who bought the $4 worth of petrol. And then another bit of this text. Also, mate, a suggestion for Patreon in terms of content. Would you consider bolting on your regular show onto the back of each week's Black Market episode? It means us Patreon viewers can get a 45-minute episode each week. You could also release regular episodes earlier on Patreon as an added bonus. Fuck, that's it. Geez, wow, this guy's thinking. Is this Cobber? You're the Elon Musk of Patreon. You're a seminal mind. No, I love this. Okay, we're going to start doing some early episodes on Patreon. Thanks, Cobbs. Let's get a voicemail to round out the pod.
Ashley! How are you, mate? Angus the Cullmaster here. Only the OGs will get that reference. But I've had a little idea, a little shower thought. I was listening to your podcast in the car today, and something clicked. The game show, the Menulog game show. I had a really good idea. Why don't we rent an apartment block and have Tens and Dudes and the Menulog game happening at once? We can have the Ash Williams TV channel. How fucking good would that be? Mate, think about it. Get back to me. Obviously, I'd like a slice if we go ahead with it. Think about it, mate. Think about it. Grant Denyer is the host, up and down the staircase, hosting Tens and Dudes and the Menulog game. How good would it be? Get back to me, mate. Cap 500.
Yeah, I like it, Angus. Can you call me back, Angus? I want more info on that. Okay, could be good. I think we're at the stage though now. We can hire an apartment and start filming some stuff. And look, Tens and Dudes. I'm going to make an announcement on Tens and Dudes next week. There's something I've been sitting on, and it's time to launch it. It's a full soft launch that we're doing next week on this podcast. That is it. For anything extra, patreon.com/Ash Williams Show. The Leaf Blower sketch, which I don't want you to watch, is on Patreon. Hannah Gadsby's unimpressed. And of course, Ash and Ed episodes. You've got the Black Market on Patreon. Some other stuff too. $4 worth of petrol, all that stuff. Big thank you to Aprira sweat brands and masks, and of course mymarriage.com.au for people who want to get married before they die. That's my tagline, and I'm sticking with it. Have a good week. If you're in Victoria, hang in there. You're getting so close. I'll talk to you Tuesday or Friday. This is the Ash Williams Show. Take care. Bye-bye.
You have been listening to The Ash Williams Show, proudly brought to you by Aprira. Head over to www.aprire.com for all your sporting apparel needs, offering free delivery worldwide and same-day delivery inside the Brisbane metropolitan area.